Okay, now turn around and come this way. Okay, turn around and come this way. Okay, now, I want you to do me a favor. This time, I want you to take the leash, put it in one hand, but take up the slack.
Okay.
Okay? A little less.
Less?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, give her a little bit more.
Okay.
There. Now, maybe a little more.
Okay.
Okay? Now you can do two options. You can hold your wrist like this with that hand, yes.
Okay.
Or you can put your hand behind your back and grab your wrist.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to focus on two things you didn't do the first time.
Okay.
Every single time you feel her pulling you in one direction, I want you to consciously go in the exact opposite. Okay?
Okay.
So if she starts to pull you that way, you're going to move this way. Okay? If she starts to pull you this way, you're going to turn away from her and go the other way.
Okay.
I don't want you to look at her. I want you to focus on the road. But I want you know where she is, you can feel where she is. But I want to see that you're making those adjustments. And I don't want you to say one word.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Go ahead. I want you to think about what you're making for dinner. I want you to think about what you're doing next week. I want you to think about anything other than, yes, you can feel her and you can make your adjustments appropriately. Now, do you see the difference?
Yeah.
Right? So now, once in a while, just go there. And then, good girl. Okay, turn towards me. And I want you to just walk and go. Say, do it. Good girl. Say, good girl. Okay, you do it. Every time you feel her walking like that, where she's not pulling on the leash, say once in a while, good girl. You feel, yes, beautiful maneuver. Yep. You feel,
Still pulling.
yes, that's okay. Yep, if she's pulling right, you go left. Yep. And once in a while, get her attention with the.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep going. If you feel her hesitate, you speed up. You were actually holding it in two different places. It's what we call the 2-point connection. You were using this part, the part that was closest to her, as the control hand, and you were using the rest of the leash in your other hand as the slack holder. So without realizing it, what you were doing, and I'll show you in the video, is you were using it to tense up on her, to tense up on her, to tense up on her. And every time you got tense, she fought you on that. It's like an incessant game of tug of war that you'll never win. Okay? The minute you grabbed the leash in one hand, you didn't apply any tension on it because you couldn't. It was just in your wrist, right? She started to relax. Also, you stopped adjusting to her instead of you making adjustments that she was forced to make. So now I want you to do a lot more slack. Okay, right there. Grab there. Now do the same exercise.
Ginger.
See the difference?
Yeah.
So every time she starts to think she's going to drive that bus, right now she's walking perfectly, and you haven't said a word.
Okay.
Okay? That's because When you get tense on that leash, your dog becomes tense. And now the whole time, she doesn't understand that you're tense because you're trying to hold her. She thinks you're tense, or she becomes tense because, let's say, that, remember when that dog was in the backyard?
Yeah.
She started to pull, and you're trying to pull her back. And so all she knows is mom got tense. She doesn't know that you were trying to pull her back because she was pulling. So when you put yourself in a position to where you can't pull back on her, right? All of a sudden, there's no tension coming from you. She doesn't understand that you're tense because she's pulling. She just assumes you're tense because of that dog is there. Okay?
Okay.
Did that make sense?
Yes.
So now what I want you to do, just for fun, is slack up on that a little bit. Okay, put the entire leash,
No.
in one hand.
Okay.
So maybe grab it about, say, here
Okay.
with one hand. And I want you to relax your arm. And if she goes to pull, release on that arm like this. Simply turn and walk the other way. But I want your arm to be literally a pendulum. There is no bending at that elbow. None.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Oh, okay.
So just walk like you would normally.
Okay.
Now, I don't want you to move it out, but if she starts to pull, let it go. But just turn and walk the other way. Now relax your arm. Just like you would when you're normally walking by yourself, your arms swing. If she starts to get ahead of you, let your arm naturally go, and then turn the other way. Nope. So if she's pulling this way, you would go like this.
Oh, the other way.
Yep. Now relax your arm. So remember, I'm only wanting your arm to go up if she's pulling you that way. Your arm has no strength in it other than in your hand. There you go. And then relax. Go back to relax. Yes. You see what I mean? It's all that tension. You were just trying to control her. And the more you tried to control the situation, she felt tension from you. She starts to pull you that way, go that way. And just let your arm go. Yep.
Okay.
There. And remember to watch the road. Don't watch your passengers. You drive the bus. She starts to pull you, let it go. Go the other way. The reason why this is working is because, turn. What's happening is, and you remember, you don't have to watch her. You know where she is. Just focus on anything else, okay? You feel where she's at. There we go. And swing your arms just like normal. Now, if you want her to go and smell something, then walk her over and go, okay, and let her have the whole length of the leash and let her go smell. So you go, okay, and just let her go up there. But you have to say it. Okay, if you don't say okay, that's her release word for meaning all done, we're clocking out, we're taking a coffee break, you can go smell now.
Okay.
But otherwise, you're on the clock, and she has to go where you go. So if you walk her, let's say, over to this grassy area, right? Then give her the whole length of the leash and say, okay, that means you can go and smell and pee and poop, whatever you want to do, and be a dog. There. There, good job. And then when you think she's ready, if she wants to smell for whatever, then take up the slack again, one hand, and then let it go and go. Remember, every time you have that urge to want to control her, just be like, relax your arm. You're gonna hear me. Relax your arm. Relax your arm. Okay? So right now, the goal is to get her to where she's walking nicely on a leash. Right now, it's not a matter of really getting anywhere. You're still walking. She's still getting exercise. Right now, I just want your focus when you go out the door with her to be, right now we are training our dog, not going on a walk. Because if your goal is to get from here down to there, right, you're going to get frustrated because you keep turning around and turning around and turning around. But if you said to yourself as you're leaving your house, I'm going to go leash train my dog, then you're not looking at it like a walk, right? So, all right, I'm going to stop the video.